Hey friends, it's Julie from Plan to Create. I am going to walk you through the process of setting up my monthly index. I am housing it here in the back of my Hobonichi Cousin in the daily section. I've decided that that first page of the month that is just kind of the header page is going to house my goals and also an index. So one day for each day of the month. I am going to title that with one set of these stickers. I'll decide later. I can't decide either, but those are from the planner spot. And then I've pulled out this hexagon stamp from Studio Calico, and I'm going to show you a couple of ways to stamp in your Hobonichi. My friend Rebecca reminded me that using a Tombow is possible. I'd actually not tried it before, and so I'm showing that here. And I'm using, I think, the N79 color, so it's a little bit of a darker color, which will show up nicely in the Hobonichi. And I'm just going to go ahead and transfer that image onto the paper. Voila! The beautiful thing is if you do find a little, like a section that isn't totally perfectly inked up, it's really easy to go back and draw that in with the same color marker. So that's a benefit to using your Tombows. I will say that be careful though, so many of the Tombows are such light colors that you really won't see the image if you try to use them, so selecting darker colors to start with is a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 here in the Tombow. I'm wiping it off with a baby wipe. And then I have this mink ink set out, mink ink. It's from Close to My Heart, and it is just a really friendly Hobonichi color that I've been enjoying. So you can see it shows up nicely here. And some of my other stamping that I've done on my weekly pages, it feels like it's been a little bit lighter, but this shows a nice solid image. Please don't look too closely. They're not perfectly spaced apart, you guys. I'm sorry for those of you that are super detail oriented. I am too. I notice it, but I don't let it bother me. I guess let's just say that. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw up my index. Like I said, I'm just adding a number for each day of the month. And then I'm simply coming through with the Tombow and marking off each Sunday because those are the days that I use for my weekly inbox. I've mentioned it before, I have another video about it, but I do like to have an inbox each week that I keep updated. Now I'm trying to select one of these stickers from the planner spot. I love that they're transparent and I can go ahead and just throw that on there just as a nice little friendly reminder of what month we're in there. And then with my hexagons, I just come through and color up the corners there, and then I'm going to come back and title each of those for an area in my life that I would like to stop, think about something that I would like to work on in that area, and I'm going to do that off screen. It's way too much pressure to do that in front of you guys. The third function that this page will serve for me is a spot to kind of consider and work out what supplies I'm going to use for the month. So I'm pulling out this beautiful sticker kit. It's the January sticker kit from the planner spot. Oh, beautiful. And I'm just starting to test out some of the markers. I use the Tombow markers both in my Hobonichi and sometimes on her sticker paper, so I like to see what they look like. So I'm just jotting these swatches down kind of for reference on the main sticker kit page there. And then I'm going to come through and also mark them out in the Hobonichi just to kind of make sure and see like what do they look like. That pink color, that darker pink, it's so old and I've worn out the color number. I don't actually know what number it is. I could probably research and figure out which one, but it's just there, and I think I settled into like number 800 anyway. I kind of like that lighter, softer pink. So I figure out some of the markers that I want to use that will coordinate with the kit, and then I'm looking at some inks as well, just because I know I'll incorporate a little bit of stamping on my pages. And then I also think I have another idea in mind. I was inspired by a Paper Panda release, and so I've got kind of some pinks going here, some grays, and I think I might try to throw in a little bit of an orchid color that I haven't added here, but I've since decided that I would like to include. I want more than anything to follow the planner spots guide of like having 3 main goals, but it's really hard for me. I feel like I have more areas of my life that I just want to address. So I'm grabbing some titles. I think I got these ideas from the Moxie Life planner. That's a really great goal system, but I'm using home, health, fun, work, personal, and family. So we'll see how that goes. At least I'm starting with those 6 for the beginning of the year, and I'll work according to that. This page is a perfect spot to jot down the actual stickers I want to use. So you see the planner spots January kit. Then I'm pulling in some nude dots, I believe, from her shop, as well as I think I settled on the Wander color from Sweet Caress. So I just like to tuck those up into the front of my sticker book, have these available, ready to grab and just to use throughout the month. I feel like it narrows down my selection each month, but then I still have access to the other stickers in the back. So it's not like I'm only going to use those, but they're supposed to be there, quick, easy to grab. And now, for your viewing pleasure, I will offer you a glimpse at each sheet in the Planner Spots January kit. They're beautiful. Her stickers are so neutral. They really can work in and around anything. And then you can see that I have a couple of sheets here that are actually from last year. So there's the smaller one that actually came this year, and then these are from last year. So they still will coordinate nicely, and I'll work those in as needed. So that pretty much wraps up my January index page. I'm just jotting down the actual supplies that I want to use. I'm writing in my week numbers, and I love that this is kind of a roadmap for my month of January. I want to work on these areas of my life. I will spend some time thinking about how I can do that, and I have a game plan going forward of the supplies I'm going to use. I also just have all this blank space on these daily pages that I can then jot down notes, make wish lists, whatever, and now I have a reference and a way to track them back down after I've written them. That's really helpful. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you guys got an idea. If you did, comment below. If you have another idea to share with others, feel free to comment below as well. And if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love to have you along, as well as a warm welcome to those of you who have already taken the time to subscribe. I appreciate you, I see you, and I look forward to creating some more content for you. All right, guys, until next time, take care.